taking care of all of your beautiful makeup. Are you ready? It's spring. You want some beautiful, soft, gorgeous curls. Well, we have today the very first time from FHI that this iron has ever been on television. It's been on our website, but today you have the chance to get the 1 inch, that's a 1 inch barrel, but this, not only that, you're getting right here, I love this because this is the heat resistant mat. You get 2 of the T-Rex clips. You even get an extra spring that goes with it. But here's the thing. From $94, we have a spring price of $69. First airing, and I love also that it has a variable temperature from 250 to 450, but what is it about? It is about curling your hair with a unit today. 3 different layers of ceramic tourmaline that is baked into the curling iron. What does that mean for you? It means it's gonna kind of lock in moisture, so it reduces frizz, it repels humidity if you're somebody like me. I mean, if I might go out in the humidity and my hair is like, you know, out to here, you're gonna love it. $69, $25 off for our show. Free shipping and handling. We have I have like a little over 1,000 of these to go around. When they are gone, they are gone. 4 flex pay of $17.25, 5 on your HSN card. And without any further ado, I'm gonna go right over to our fabulous Gregory Patterson, who I adore. Gregory, of course, who's a celebrity stylist. He's the lead stylist on Project Runway. He's always all at Fashion Week.
On the go.
He's got lots of good things coming. We're out there. How are you? I'm so glad
love your new haircut.
Thank you very, very much. Well, you know what's interesting? Because even with my new cut, like I want to like kind of just do a little bit of that styled under. The interesting thing about this curling iron, particularly at one bar, you can do lots of curls, slight little bend, right? You can literally do it all.
You can do it all, and that's what we wanted to launch, this 1 inch iron. It's such a universal size, perfect for every length and hair type, right? And then you get that tourmaline ceramic heat. But I just kind of, as I'm working on Jane right here, Bobby, I'm just going through quick, putting in that soft little texture, because I have a special little surprise that Jane has in the back that I know a lot of you ladies are dealing with at home. And while we let that cool and set, I'm gonna spin her to the back because I want to show you that little split in the back where each and every one of you want that little bit of volume. Watch this, ladies. What I recommend doing is taking a little bit from the left, a little bit from the right, combing it together. Take your 1 inch iron. That is the perfect size to get to the root, clamp it down, let it set. Let it receive that tourmaline ceramic heat. 1, 2, 3, you let it go and you get that volume. Volume. You get that shine. And Bobby, here's what I love about this specific curling iron, the 1 inch platform. Traditional irons have a heater about the size of a stick of gum, okay? And it's just placed in the center. So what does that mean at home? You have a hot spot and a cool spot on the ends of the barrel.
I never knew that.
Here's what we did with this 1 inch platform that FHI Brands is so known for, is our innovation. So we took that stick of gum heater, we insulated it with a coil spring. So what happens as the heater heats up, it generates the heat to the spring, giving you heat all throughout the barrel. And then you get those 3 layers of true baked tourmaline ceramic heat, resulting in curl that shines, curl that's full of volume.
I don't see any frizz at all, because that's always, I know, my big challenge.
It is the challenge when it comes to using heat styling tools, but we want that volume, we want that shine. And when you push that moisture deep into the hair, Bobby, what's happening is you're getting curls and volume, volume that endures, that lasts, that looks more youthful, it's springy, it's bouncy.
Because is it true that like a lot of, like when we do get the frizz in our hair, it's really caused because your hair holds onto, is it from moisture, or what
so the frizz is a lack of moisture. So it's almost like when it frizzes, when your hair frizzes, it's pulling, seeking moisture from outside. When hair is hydrated from the inside out, it's like a sponge. Once it's full of water, it can't hold anymore. It's not seeking anymore. So it stays plump, just like your skin. It stays full and it stays shiny. but I also want to point out her color. A lot of heat styling tools will dull your beautiful snow white gray, will turn it yellow if it's too hot. So I want you to notice here, I'm at 350 degrees. I'm heating at such a lower temperature on a coarse resistant texture because I'm able to push that moisture deep with that triple layer ceramic.
That's so interesting because I never understood that's what was called, what frizz was all about.
Yes.
And by the way, I just want to share with everyone, we've taken $25 off. This has never been on the air before. This is the first time. And if you are interested in some of the other barrels, you can go to hsn.com because this is the 1-inch barrel. But we do have, what is it, the 1.5 inch?
Yeah, we have a 1 inch, we have the 1 1/4 and the 1 1/2, but not at this configuration, which is so great because you get the heat resistant mat. You also get these T-Rex clips. If you have longer lengths of hair to control, hold it away and get in with your iron, and boom, you're creating that curl, you're creating it fast. And notice, I don't have to wait for a long time for the hair to be heated.
Right.
Why? Because that heat recovery. That heat recovery is so important when you're talking about keeping that consistent heat to give you that curl.
Exactly. And quick, easy. And you know, I think, because Gregory and I talked about this before, all curling irons are not created the same.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of us think, oh, you know what, I can go out and I can buy a curling iron for blah, blah, blah. They are not all created the same.
Yeah.
As Gregory explained to you, it's not just that it's a tourmaline ceramic, but it's the fact that you're getting that even heating throughout, the fact that you're getting a unit today that, again, has a variable, which I think is really important, because I know for me, my hair is very curly, so the first time I'm going to, like, touch it, when I'm going to just straighten or just even straighten the little edges or bend them underneath, I will go for high heat, but after that, you want to turn the heat down.
You want to turn the heat down,
right?
Absolutely. And not all curling irons are created equal. And let's step over to Laura here because I want to share the purpose of why not all curling irons are created the same. Laura has super fine hair, and I'm going to say hi, Laura. Now I'm going to spin her around because I want to show you the back. So what we did was we set her hair earlier, but I want to point out the shine that happens. I want to point out the bounce. We took her curls out probably 45 minutes ago and just let them set. It's super humid on set today, and these curls are still buoyant. They're still full of shine. So when it comes to that innovation, when it comes to that technology, we are pushing that moisture again, Bobby. It's all about that moisture on color-treated hair that is prone to breakage, prone to yellowing, but watch as I curl this. Look at what happens to the shine. It just glosses. It looks fresh. It's bouncy and buoyant.
And we can create any kind of curl, right? So if you want to do, as I said, just to bend under, or you want maybe like a beach wave. It's spring. We want like that beachy look.
Of course. And that 1-inch iron, Bobby, that's what it's all about. It's about that versatility in styling tools. So look, let's say we want to do a typical barrel curl. You're just gonna put it through there. You have the cool to the touch grip.
That's a
You're
good
just gonna
point
move
too.
through. Yes. See the steam. Steam is not a problem, ladies. That is moisture. That is moisture leaving.
We all think,
you think burning the hair.
Holy cow.
No, it's steam being released. Or it could be product, thermal protectants that you're putting on. So now, with the same iron, let's just create that beach wave. Just take your iron, wrap it around. So see how versatile the iron is? You can leave the clamp closed, or you can use it like a traditional iron and just wrap it through.
Wow. I mean, quick, simple, easy. And here's the thing. We've taken $25 off today.
It's crazy.
So you have about 7 minutes remaining in the hour. That's it. And you know, if you're unhappy with your tool or if you fight with it, I mean, here again, quick, simple, easy. Getting that mat is a big thing. I think a lot of us have fried our poor little counters. Right, with all of the heat. So you get the protective mat, you get 2 of the T-Rex, and you even get like a little extra spring with it also.
So important, so important.
So you get the whole configuration that we are presenting for you with that 1-inch barrel. We will ship it to you for free. The 4 flex pay of $17.25, 5 on your HSN card, by the way, of $13.80.
It's insane. And you know why we wanted to create this iron specifically for HSN was because you wanted a curling iron. You ladies at home love to use curling irons. irons. And you also love and know FHI brands. And we really wanted to bring to you a curling iron that's upgraded. The technology and innovation is built in for you. So when you're talking about that heater we insulated with a coil spring so that as you're wrapping the hair any length from root to tip, it's receiving the heat that you set it at, and it's recovering back to that temperature instantly, resulting in these curls that are bouncy. Laura, tilt your head back a little bit. Let's give it a little shake, because once you break these up, this is where that volume and body comes from, right?
So
you
pretty.
add that little wave, you add that curl, so that when you bring it back to life, there she goes. She has that va-va-va-voom feeling, right?
And you know what, by the way, FHI, again, as we talk about, is a celebrity favorite, award-winning line, featured regularly in beauty magazines, women's publications, official sponsor of Fashion Week. So we're talking about a brand that is out there that is all about high quality, incredible tools. They're about fashion, hair, and innovation, by the way. That's what FHI stands for, fashion, hair, and innovation. So that's exactly what you are getting today. And you're getting it literally at an incredible price. I mean, we talk about the company that literally have revolutionized the styling world. So now it's styling made easy at a phenomenal price for everyone at only $69, and a tool that we can use ourselves.
A tool that is usable at home. It produces those salon quality results, but it really gives that innovation and the technology. Now, when you go to a drugstore and you buy a $10, $15, $20 iron, you're really buying that technology, right? So you may not be getting a barrel that is maintaining and protecting the integrity of your hair. So it may be an aluminum barrel coated with ceramic. What you're getting in these red plates are true triple baked tourmaline ceramic. You're getting that heater that is about the size of a stick of gum. Look at the size of this barrel. We then insulated it with a coil, so as it pushes that heat, it hits the coil and it's consistent root to tip.
So that's why you're getting not only the perfect curl, but you really notice as you look at all of the girls, the gorgeous difference in the stunning shine of their hair. And I love it because honestly, you have colored hair. It brings out the highlights of your hair, the shine of your hair. And notice Zippo frizz. You know, and that's really important as we talk about, you know, we're talking about spring, getting ready to go into summer. Frizz is something that a lot of us are challenged with. Look at how gorgeous her hair is. We'll show you the before. Look at the before, and you look at the after. It's beautiful, it's shiny, she has volume.
It's current, it's modern. And one thing I want to point out, ladies, when you are creating your curls at home, let them set, let them completely cool, because that's what's going to lock in the style. And then
you
you
mean
see,
before we run our hands through it or anything?
Before you run your hands through it.
Okay.
So then what I did with Jane is after the curls are done, once they're cool, boom, 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 done.
Done.
Done and done,
So and it doesn't really matter what length of hair?
No,
Whether you have short hair or long hair?
Short hair, long hair, highly textured hair. If you have hair that is prone to frizz, if you have dull color that you want to bring the shine back to, this is the curling iron for you. With Tricia here, look at her length. Her length is much longer than Laura and Jane, but she also has thick hair. So the heat is going to be absorbed quickly. Because of that heater, it's pushing that heat back, resulting in consistent heating every time I wrap her hair through the barrel.
So you're also helping to not damage your hair.
Absolutely. We got to have better heat styling so that you get that buoyant, bouncy curl. Boom.
Look at that curl.
Look at that. It's all about that innovation that FHI heat is so known and loved for. But look, notice the sections I'm grabbing, super large. So using this 1-inch size, if you grab larger sections of hair, just wrap around, you get a looser feeling to it.
Right, because a lot of us think, oh, I have to go with the big barrel, but truthfully, you're right, that 1-inch barrel is the most versatile. Right, because you can create like a larger volume curl or a more tight curl or just a little sweep under if you just want a little bit of a bend at the bottom of your hair. Gorgeous.
That bouncy, like 90s supermodel hair that's super on trend, coming back, but it is full of life, body, and volume.
Love it. So we have only about a minute remaining in our hour. And for everyone once more, shipping it to you for free, only airing, first time on the air, from $94, only $69. So we've taken $25 off. And it is, again, as we said, with FHI. It's about products that are simple,
Yeah.
that are easy, that really, it's all about fashion, hair,
Yep.
and innovation. And so the brand stands for it. But look at the curl.
Look at the buoyancy. Look at that
yes.
spring, right? That spring happens
it.
because hair needs strength and elasticity. Elasticity gives it that fullness, that volume. Elasticity comes from moisture, Bobby. Boom. That is a moisturized, hydrated curl that is going to stay full and fluffy all day long.
Look, I learned something because I thought the moisture is what was killing my hair.
A lot of ladies think that. A lot of ladies are like, I'm afraid of moisturizing products because they weigh down my hair. Sometimes your hair needs to be introduced to moisture so that it gets buoyant and full of life. And what better way that when you're styling your hair that you keep it buoyant and you keep it hydrated. Look at that.
Yes, that's a healthy curl.
That's a healthy curl.